My name is Collins Buka. Welcome back again to Buka's Farm. On today's video, I want to be teaching you some things you should know before you start up a poultry farm so that you will not make mistakes like I have made in my poultry. Number one thing you should consider when you are starting up a poultry farm is record keeping. Record keeping is what will help you to know if you are making profit in the business or if you are losing in the business. So record keeping is where you will be writing down what you are buying, that is the expenses you are making, and the money that is coming into your poultry, that is the income you are making from the project. So without record keeping, you will have a little bit chance of succeeding in the project. So make sure you have record keeping before you start up a poultry business or even any other business that you want to embark on. Now, the second thing you should know before starting poultry farming is that you must have passion for poultry farming. Don't start poultry farming maybe because your neighbors are doing poultry farming or because your friends are doing poultry farming. Make sure you love poultry farming before you start poultry farming, before you start keeping any farm animal, because there are many risks in keeping animal. I've seen a lot of people lose all their chicken overnight because of diseases. So if you don't have passion for poultry farming, once you have any challenges like a disease challenge in your poultry farming, you will end up giving up. You will end up not giving yourself another trial of buying another chicken to see if you will succeed in it, because you don't have passion for the business. You are just doing it because other people are doing it, and that means you will be able to give up earlier, even before you start making profit in the business, because it is a long-term business, not a short-term business. So there are too many risks in starting up a poultry farm. So that is the second thing you should know before you embark on poultry business. The third thing you should know before starting up a poultry farm is that you don't have to quit your job. Before you start up a poultry farm, maybe you want to start it with a small number. You don't have to quit your job. Even if it is a higher number, you don't have to quit your job. You have to combine the two businesses, because from your job is where you will be making money to back up your poultry, because at a point you might even run out of funds in buying their chicken feed, and it is from your 9 to 5 job is where you will be making money to buy their chicken feed. Sometimes you might have challenges of diseases from your poultry, and you end up losing the whole farm animal. It is from that your job that you realize the money that you will use to start up another poultry business. So make sure you don't quit your job before starting your poultry business. You can only quit your job if you have embarked into poultry farming fully and you have maybe higher number of chicken before quitting your job. Make sure your poultry bill can pay your whole bill before you quit your job. Don't quit your job before starting poultry farming, because you might have a very big challenge along the way. So it is from your job that you will be able to back up your poultry project. So that is another thing you should know before you start up a poultry business, because you can't become rich overnight for just keeping chicken. You have to have a lot of patience. So don't quit your job. Use your job as a backup to your poultry business. Another thing you should know before starting up a poultry farming is that you have to take this project as a business. Don't take it as a hobby. If you take it as a hobby, you won't make a living from it. If you want to have a hobby, you can set other things as a hobby, like maybe you can keep dog as a hobby. But for this particular project, if you want to be selling eggs, if you want to be selling chickens, if you want to be making money from poultry farming, you have to take it as a business. Since it is bringing money into your pocket, you have to be taking it as a business. Don't take it as a hobby, so that you will be able to make profit from the business. If you take it as a hobby, you won't take it serious. So assuming you want to keep 10 chicken, keep it and take it as a business. Make sure you know the in and out of the game. Don't just take it as a hobby, so that you'll be able to make profit from the project, no matter the number, be it 5, be it 10, be it 20. It is a business. So far it is making you profit, it is a business. Don't take it as a hobby, so that you will be able to make profit out of it. Now, another thing you need to know before starting up a poultry business is you must learn how to endure. You must learn how to endure. That is endurance. Endurance is very important, because when you start up this business, things might not turn out the way you think it will be. So that is why you need to endure. You need to endure. Maybe the price of feed keep on increasing, you have to endure it and keep on moving. Maybe the chicken are not laying egg, maybe they started laying egg and they drop in production, you have to endure. Maybe your chicken started falling sick, you treat them, and maybe you lose some chicken. You don't have to give up, you have to endure and keep moving, because the success don't come overnight in this project. You have to endure, you have to pass through many pain, you have to pass through many losses before you reach your goal in this project. Especially if you are a beginner, you have to endure so many things, because it will serve as a lesson to you, so that you'll be able to know the game. So that you'll be able to master the process. That is why you need endurance, even when things don't turn out the way you plan it to be. So make sure you learn to endure whenever you are embarking in this project. Now, another thing you need to know whenever you are embarking on this poultry project is you need to master the game. You need to master the process of this business. Assuming you don master the process of this business and you hire people to manage the farm for you, man, they will end up putting your farm to doom. They will end up putting your farm to an end, because you don't know what is going on in the farm. You don't know the in and the out of the business. So before you start hiring people, make sure you master the game. Make sure you have stayed in the business for at least 3 years or 2 years before you start hiring people, unless they will end up stealing from your farm and you won't even know. They will tell you that the chicken have dropped in production while they are still laying, and they will end up stealing and selling the eggs out of your concern. So make sure you know the game, so that even when you hire people for your project, then you will know when they are stealing from your farm, or when they are doing any sort of evil in your farm, because you have already know the in and out of the business. But if you should be a novice and just start up a poultry and hire people, man, you end up creating business opportunity for your employee. So make sure you master the game before you employ people. Make sure you stick in the game for at least 2 to 3 years, so that you'll be able to know the in and out of the business before you start hiring people. Like I am now, I am a small poultry farmer. I know I am a small poultry farmer, but the little experience I have had as of since I started this farm, if I should be able to set up a big farm, at least I've known some certain things which people cannot trick me of it in this farm, in this particular project. but due to I'm still starting up, I'm still managing to grow, so I don't have a big farm to employ people. Assuming I have a big farm to employ people, at least I've had a little experience and knowledge which I will be using to run this project in a long run. At least I've had a little knowledge and experience which I will be using to run this particular project even when I embark on the journey full time, because for now I am still doing my work and I am running this project, so I am still doing the both of them. But if I should embark on the project fully, at least I will now use the experience that I've had already in this particular project to run it in a bigger way, that is in the nearest future also. So that is all you need to know about poultry farming before starting up this project, so that you will not end up losing everything you have struggled for. So my name is Collins Buka, and this is Buka's Farm. On this channel I take you through the process of how I run my chicken farming. So if you are interested about learning how to manage your chicken, you can subscribe in this channel. Even though I'm not perfect, but just subscribe in this channel so that I will be able to share my little experience with you guys. Thank you for watching. See you in another video.